Now, Apple is trying something different. The new, for 2021 24-inch iMac takes the legend back to its roots, adding customizable color options that extend across the physical surfaces of the computer and its accessories. Add in cutting-edge enhancements that Apple's M1 Silicon enables, like a fingerprint reader and immensely improved image processing, and you get an excellent iMac that could define the next 20 years of desktop computing. It wins our TechX award for redefining what is possible, and what "skinny" now means, in an all-in-one desktop. The new iMac's headlining feature is color. Available in 7 tones, the new PC is a throwback to the whimsy of designer Jonathan Ive's original iMac case, which came in your choice of translucent, candy-colored plastics. There were a whopping 13 color options on the iMacs of the late 1990s, blue Dalmatian and flower power among the lesser-known ones, with keyboards and mice to match. The 7 current color options are more straightforward than the original ones, an homage to Ive's original approach rather than a return to it. You can order the 24-inch iMac in green, yellow, orange, pink, or blue. There's even a purple option, very much au courant these days now that the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 mini also come in purple. And if you're leery of a vibrant exterior, you can also order this iMac in classic silver. All of this is a marked departure from the look of the previous generation 21.5-inch iMac, which is available only in a silver finish. The unit Apple sent us for review is yellow, which at different lighting conditions throughout the day appears goldenrod to my eyes. And there's a ton of color to behold on the new iMac, no matter which hue you choose. The entire back of the device is clad in color-matched aluminum. When daylight filters through the windows above my desk, everything behind the iMac is bathed in a faint yellow glow. Part of the reason for all of the color, Apple says, is that it envisions you using the new iMac in places throughout your house, from the kitchen to the bedroom. That's a departure from the previous iMac generation, which the company says is mostly used in productivity settings like offices. Besides color, size is the iMac's other main physical feature. This is a truly tiny AIO by the standards of previous iMacs. Even more impressive, it's tiny by phone and laptop standards. Not including the stand's depth, the screen portion of the iMac is an incredible 0.44 inch thick. This is thinner than Mac laptops like the Apple MacBook Air and the Apple MacBook Pro 13-inch. It even beats the 0.48 inch thickness of the iPhone 3GS. Including the stand, which offers tilt but not height adjustments, the 24-inch iMac measures 18.1 by 21.5 by 5.8 inches, HWD, and weighs 9.83 pounds. Compare that with the previous 21.5-inch iMac, which is 17.7 by 20.8 by 6.9 inches and weighs 12 pounds. Apple continues to sell the entry-level version of this preceding model. Starting at $1,099, it's $200 cheaper than the base model 24-inch iMac. The new iMac's power brick isn't small, but at least it's well designed, and the color-matched part of the power cord is long enough that you'll probably be able to fit the adapter under your desk and out of sight. As a consolation prize, you can upgrade to a power adapter with a gigabit Ethernet port built in. It's a shame that feature doesn't come standard, but if you spring for the option, that's one less visible cord to have sticking out of your iMac's back panel. Popping color and a slim chassis are what make the new iMac look at home wherever in your home you decide to place it, but the expansive 23.5-inch screen is why you'd buy an iMac to use at home in the first place, instead of a desktop PC like the Apple Mac Mini, which requires an external monitor and is more befitting of an office cubicle. Although it's not a revolutionary innovation, the iMac's Retina display doesn't disappoint. It's got a 480 by 520 pixel resolution, which means it's slightly higher than 4K. Apple calls it 4.5K. The pixel dimensions translate to 218 pixels per inch, which compares well with the density measurements of most other Retina Macs. With 500 nits of brightness, a glossy finish, and support for 1 billion colors, the entire P3 gamut, this screen is a joy. On-screen elements appear crisp and brilliant, no matter what you're viewing. Like the high-end 27-inch iMac, the new 24-inch version has True Tone technology, which automatically sets the white balance based on the room's ambient light. I find this adjustment to be finicky and have found it can result in occasional flickering in low-light conditions. If you don't like True Tone, you can turn it off in System Preferences. The Apple iMac 2021 24-inch is a breath of fresh air for the aging iMac line, bringing with it a beautiful display, an excellent webcam and an array of bright new color schemes. Price: $1,299 to start, $2,028 as reviewed. Display: 24-inch Retina display, 4480 by 2520W/218 ppi. CPU: Apple M1, 8-core W/7-core GPU on $1,299 model, 8-core GPU otherwise. Memory: 8GB/16GB. Storage: 256GB/512GB/1TB/2TB SSD. Ports: 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, headphone jack, configurable Gigabit Ethernet port, $1,299 model, 2 additional USB-C ports, other models. Dimensions: 21.5 by 18.1 by 5.8 inches. Weight: 983 to 988 pounds. The 24-inch iMac is a welcome tribute to the iMac's origins. Color options are just as important now as they were in the late 1990s if you want an AIO that will look good on your kitchen counter. Previous versions of the iMac lost sight of that. It's good to see a brand new design for Apple's mainstream desktop PC. Switching to an external power brick and adopting the M1 processor also confers impressive design changes, from a chassis that's thinner than early model iPhones to one of the best built-in webcams we've seen on any computer. So we'll continue to recommend the Mac Mini for people who need a versatile, mainstream desktop. Meanwhile, if you're a power user with deep pockets, the Intel Core i9-powered 27-inch iMac is a much better buy in terms of performance for the dollar. You'll just have to be satisfied with no color options. But if you want a statement-making, peppy-looking AIO that will handle basic tasks with aplomb and look stunning doing it, the new-gen iMac is plenty pleasing, if you can stomach the cost. You won't find an AIO that's trimmer, and it sets a formidable goal for future designers to best. We think that the lower-end configurations, closer to $1,299 than the $2,000 of our test unit, are likely to be the best value for most families and home users. The first major iMac redesign in years turns Apple's classic computer into a gorgeous all-in-one with the M1 processor, multiple color options, and a stunningly thin exterior. It's neither the most powerful or the most versatile Mac desktop, but it's the best one for everyday home computing. Is it worth buying a 2021 iMac? The 24-inch iMac is a great all-in-one computer that offers a huge boost over the Intel iMacs. If you need a complete computer setup, computer, display, input devices, the iMac is a good way to go. With the recent upgrade to M3, we don't expect to see this system upgraded again for at least a year. How long will iMac last? iMacs typically last between 3 to 8 years depending on how they are configured. Most iMacs will come with larger hard drives as a standard configuration. A Mac Mini is usually more of an entry-level Mac, but can be configured with faster processors, expanded memory, and larger hard drives that will extend the lifespan. Thank you for watching this video, our review for this Apple computer. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for updates on technologies we have today.